This is the voice of the Report of the Week, signing on. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone listening. This is the Report of the Week here, and this is the voice of the Report of the Week. My every other day hourly show in which we talk. There's nothing more to it than that. The time that this is being recorded at, it is Thursday, August the 7th, 2014. The time is 11:49 p.m. So, realistically, it's pretty much Friday, August 8th. For argument's sake, it's Friday, August 8th, alright? Or it will be soon. We're at the verge of a new day. For many of us with conventional sleep schedules, that is. For those of us like me who stay up all night, it's not really anything special, But, in all realistic nature, it's a Friday. So for those of you who go to work, hope your week was good. For those of you attending university, summer school, going to school early, whatever it may be, hope classes went well for you. If you didn't have a good week, it will get better. I say that every single week, because I mean it. It will get better at some point. It may take a while, but it will. It could always go up. And it always will. And you gotta remember that. How am I doing? Well, I suppose alright. Can't say good, can't say bad. I guess average. I will say average. What did you do today, lecturer? Well, I woke up a bit late. I was hoping to, get up a little earlier. I woke up first. I slept on the sofa. I woke up first at around 1. But I thought, it's too early, so I went back to sleep. And I woke up at 4:44. I remember that because I looked at the clock and that was the time. And I got up and listened to the shortwave a little bit. I guess, I always liked listening to this one station called Radio Miami International. That broadcast for like a half hour from 5 until 5:30. And they would broadcast actual programs, not like some fire and brimstone stuff. But I guess they got a new schedule in August now, so while they're still broadcasting regular programs, so now they're adding a preacher here or there, and, I'm not taking any shots at religion or anything, but, on the short waves, you hear enough people already saying, oh, the world's gonna end, blah, 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 so I figured, it's not today. So I listened to another station instead. Though there was this interesting preacher the other night. I don't know if he intentionally said this, or if it was a slip of the tongue, but he was going on and he was saying, Wall Street is coming down, the White House is coming down, the outhouse is coming down. I don't know if he actually meant that, or if that was like a slip of the tongue, but I got a kick out of that. But, anyways. What did you do today? I went to Wendy's, but I said, no, I'm not getting anything to review, so I just got a meal. I just ate. I got my usual, if you want to know what my usual is, and you all decide to follow in my footsteps and be my guest, but my usual at Wendy's consists of a spicy chicken sandwich, plain, and a double baconator, no mayo, and then I get a large fries, but I usually split that. So I guess if you're by yourself, you can get a small or a medium. But that lasts me through the day, I'm planning on eating anything else. I've got 2 sugar cookies sitting here that I guess they're a ShopRite brand or something. Let's see. Comes in a container of 12. It looks like soft and delicious frosted sugar cookies. You can get them at like ShopRite or AMP or something. They're all right. I got 2 of those left, so I guess that'll hold me through the night, right? Keep my stomach at bay. But otherwise, anything happened? Not really. I mean, I took my walk, of course. I had to cut it short. I only walked for about 20 minutes instead of the normal 45 because a major route in my walk, which normally takes up a lot of time and is the bulk of my walk. It's my favorite part too, but there are like 6 or 7 fire trucks down the street. I could see with all their lights on and stuff. So I figured, I'm not going down there. Who knows what's going on, if there's a fire, or maybe it's just drill night. But either way, I'm not going to get into their business. So I cut the walk short. But, it is what it is. In other news, you heard me on the last show talk about that Twitter imposter. I mean, I don't know. Today I checked back to see what had happened after I made the announcement, and sure enough, the guy finally broke character and was now swearing at everyone like a wild animal, and figure maybe I'm glad that I finally had the gumption to say something and stand up against this guy who's trying to be me on Twitter. Who knows what he would have done. If I let this go, he could have probably denigrated both me and my channel. So I mean, I'm actually glad for once I actually stood up for myself. But I guess it's something you have to do every now and then. And then there's another guy on Twitter who was also saying he was me, but you could tell he was just doing something to mess with his friends or whatever. So I didn't make a case out of that. Couldn't care. Other than that, just a quiet night. Quite an uneventful night. It's a cooler night. Let's get you the temperature here. It's a clear night, clearing up. Right now, as of 11:53, it is 64 degrees outside. 64 degrees outside. The heat index, 64, dew point 56, wind chill, non-existent of course, and that's still 64. Indoor temperature 77, with a 47% humidity. Pressure is 29 millibars and rising. Well, yeah, it's a clear night though. A good night. Barely any clouds. So I might go out later, and get a breath of fresh air, as I sometimes do. And maybe look up, see how many stars. Look at the stars, right? Gaze upon the heavens. Maybe not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But it's a cool night. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I'm kind of, I don't know. Usually I make my introduction about 12 minutes. And, we have a light fan mail turnout today, so, I could talk for a little longer. I don't have to rush things. Yeah, let's get another glass of water. My glass of water I've had sitting here since, who knows when. Probably since 6 p.m., so the water's a bit stagnant. Okay. Let's fill up. Yep. I was watching a video this evening about Mr. Marconi. He was a pioneer in radio communications. So I was watching a video about that. Who cares? No one does. I don't know. I'm just trying to kill time here, people. Okay, 2 ice cubes as per usual. We still got that DiGiorno Designer pizza kit in the freezer here. And I think we'll do a review on that tomorrow. Of course, you won't see it anytime soon. But we'll do a review on it, and then the next night we'll review those Twinkies. And after that, an energy drink review. Speaking of, we might possibly, I can't guarantee anything, but we might have a case of a new energy drink coming in. It's different flavors, but no guarantees now, so I'm not going to elaborate too much because it's just on the drawing board. Oh yeah, speaking of reviews, I filmed a review last night. No, you're not going to see it. And I know, I normally put up a review alongside this VORW show, and I have yet to do that. I figure I'll do that during the show. Wow. We're watching him put up the video, man. This is so cool, man. Oh yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Getting to hear me upload a video. Amazing. But anyways. And so, I was making a review last night. I was doing the Tombstone pizza. I figured I don't want to review 2 of the same pizza in a row, or I try to avoid that, you know, to break the monotony, try to do different brands. So I was reviewing the Tombstone pizza last night. Alright. And my camera. Now, if you know, I don't use any sort of fancy digital camera. I mean, I got a digital camera, but I don't like it. I really don't. I prefer the older cameras, which I use. And it said, you know, it got about 11 minutes left, which I figure is good enough for a review. It was around actually 10 minutes left. So I'm filming. I film the review. I eat the pizza, right? And I'm about to make my closing statements, and I'm pretty sure I said something like, you know, I pretty much finish off the reviews. I say, you know, this is Rang on Empty Food Review, and today we reviewed Tombstone Pizza, blah, blah, blah. You know how I make my closing statements at the end of the reviews. So I was on to that part, and all of a sudden the camera shuts off. I think, oh, F. Right? Oh, freshetta. That's what we all think instead of another expletive. And I thought, well, there goes that. So what are we going to do? So I went to the camera, and I saw I was out of time. I had about, you know, I talked for about 10 minutes, and I was out of time. So I went back, deleted a useless video. It's been sitting there. Then I turned on the camera, ran back into my seat, quickly stated the introduction, the farewells, right, and explained why there might have been a cut. I ran back to the camera. But I said, and I stand by this, I'm not going to edit that out. You know, I'm sure people would say, you know, make it a smooth transition, but I'm not going to do that. You know, it's my fault for not planning the time more accordingly, so I get to watch me sprint back to my seat as if I'm running a marathon. And, all that. But, no, it's worth it. So, feel free to laugh at me there, because that is my own fault. So, no one else to blame for that. Of course, you're not going to see that tonight. Tonight's review is, where is it? I think this is it. Hello, everyone. This is Running on Empty Food Review. Food Review. Yeah, this is it. We're back with a pizza review. Reviewed freshetta this time. Crazy. Freschetta's naturally rising crust pizza. I'm wearing a new suit in that one, so I hope you like it. With a nice yellow tie, or golden tie. I think the tie's gold. Yeah, that's about it. You might be wondering, if you watched the review, because I'm sure that's going to be up way before this is. You know, these videos take a little longer to upload, and rightfully so, because the video is an hour long, whereas the food reviews are significantly shorter. But in the food review, you might have heard me say, with with that, I said, I'm pretty sure I said, a shot of bushati before I took the bite. And you might be wondering where I got that from. No, that's not my work, and I acknowledge that. And sometimes I always like to credit, people whose work I have used in my reviews. So, the whole shot of bruschetta thing came from a prank call that was done apparently in 2001. I don't know. I guess it was done by, I don't know if it was a group or what have you, but called Longmont Potion Castle. And they prank called this coffee shop asking for a shot of bruschetta. All sorts of effects added and stuff. So I'll play some of that prank call right now for you. All right.
Hey, Rick, this is Paul.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, I need to give some bruschetta, if I could.
Excuse me?
Bruschetta.
Shoddy?
Yeah. A shot of bruschetta.
Sorry, I can't hear you, man.
I need a shot of bruschetta.
Boucher?
Yeah, bruschetta, shoddy, if I could.
Ah, dude, I can't hear you. You're, breaking up.
Yeah, well, how late y'all open, bud?
9 o'clock?
Cool, I need some biscotti and bruschetta and bruschetta.
Okay, are you going to come in later?
You damn right. I'm going to hustle up biscotti, manicotti, bruschetta.
Who is it?
Shiitake.
Huh?
Kawasaki.
Alright, hold on, dude, alright?
Hold on one second. Now, what is in the pumpkin brew?
The what?
The pumpkin brew.
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I had it at Thanksgiving. It's coffee.
Pumpkin brew?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm new, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk to someone else. Hold on, alright?
Wait, I can't really hold. I don't have a lot of time here.
Okay.
But hey, do you guys wear wigs down there at all?
Do we wait?
Do you wear wigs ever?
No, we don't wear wigs.
What's
Do you wear wigs?
Maybe I do.
Huh?
Maybe. Want me to come down and find out? Or?
And then he says that, and the other guy ends up wanting to fight him, and there's a bunch of swears and stuff that I won't show on this program. On to the fan mail, anyways. But, Shada Bushati. Alright. Here we are. I love you, Report of the Week. You are my favorite YouTuber, so I will leave you this poem. I am a fritter, but I do not taste bitter. The neighbor's letterbox looks like a million expletive that rhymes with box. You look like a lizard that got stuck in a blizzard. However, it is true that a few emus went moo like a cow. And that's the poem. Excellent poem. Excellent. 9 out of 10 work right there. Just because I don't give 10 out of 10s. Hello there. I was delighted to hear that you also collect coins as a hobby. I too collect coins and take great pleasure in doing so. What are some of your favorite pieces of money that you have collected? Hope you're having a wonderful evening, and I look forward, as always, to your next video. Well, thank you. Always good to see a fellow person who enjoys coin collecting. Now, obviously right now, at the present, radio and what have you takes up the majority of my time. But coin collecting also, I have an interest in. Now, what I've been focusing on lately is American currency. Now, maybe it's because, I live in the U.S., or maybe it's just, who knows. But I've been focusing on American currency lately. Now, once again, I haven't had a lot of time to fully focus on it. However, in the future, I do hope to get full books and everything, and start branching out to different types. And my father actually is a bit of a coin collector also. I mean, he's got some old currency, like I'm talking ancient. But right now, my focus has been on American currency. And one interesting thing that I actually did, there goes the grand midnight chime a few minutes late. Bang, 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 bang. Forget it. Anyways. So, I remember one thing that I did. We used to have a lot of pocket change, right? And in the front hallway, there's this big water jug that we would just put the pocket change in. And over the years now, it's gone to fill up almost to the brim. And we got all this pocket change sitting in there. I'm talking like thousands of coins. And one day, I decided, all right, well, let's do something. So, of course, I didn't just, I asked. I didn't want anyone freaking out and saying, what the hell are you doing with all those coins? So I went out and got permission to do so. And I pretty much started taking all the coins that are in this big water jug, emptied them out, and began sorting through them. And, you'd be surprised by what you found. I mean, there were plenty of coins, at least from the 1940s, 30s. So I got a good start with that. That's really where my interest grew. Most recently, I've gotten a few, once again, as you know, it's not my main hobby right now, but I got a few mercury dimes in my possession from, the 1910s. So I always find that to be a little interesting thing to have. Speaking of mercury dimes, I was at McDonald's one day back in, I think, 2009 or 2010, and don't you think, as pocket change, the cashier gave me I think it was like a 1930, it might have been early 40s, mercury dime as my change, or with my change, at McDonald's, and I thought that was the weirdest thing to get a coin that old as pocket change. You know, and of course I have a variety of, old pennies. You know, I don't aggressively go out, but I definitely do always check the dates whenever I get change in my possession. You know, many people just disregard it, but I always pay attention to that. And you end up, if you just pay attention, just check the dates, you end up getting a small collection, and then of course you branch out and you can get other stuff and attain other things and what have you. On to the next. Dear Report of the Week. Thank you for reading my message in the last VORW, and it was an honor to hear my words read out, and my dogs, Blaze and Yost. Please, can you give a shout out to my girlfriend, Moonhead? Absolutely. I'd gladly like to give a shout out to Moonhead. Hope all is well. And you have an official Report of the Week shout out. Official. It's not like some knockoff shout out. It's an official Report of the Week shout out. So you have a shout out to Moonhead. Anyways, keep up the amazing work. Looking forward to future food reviews. Alright, well, thank you. Hi, Mr. Report. How do you keep your skin so clear? I never see any blemishes on your face. Tell us your beauty secrets. How do I keep it so clean? It's just the way it is. I have no other answer. You know, you'd think with all the crap I eat, it'd be the other way around, but... No, I'm sure I've cursed myself. But I mean, I'll keep doing reviews, even if, whatever, if my skin turns purple and I sprout a big horn out of my forehead, I'll keep doing reviews. It doesn't matter. For me, appearance is meaningless, So, 23-27. Okay. Hello, John. It is I, Stevens Robot. It is I, Stevens Robot. Steven is traveling across time and space in a capsule he designed in 2nd grade. I've been left here in his room, pretending to be him so his mom doesn't know he's missing school. Me and my toaster just love listening to your VORWs. Perhaps your next show could be on how to color match your tie and circuit board. Before I sign off, I have a message from your microwave from the future. In late 2016, a piece of cheese from a DiGiorno's pizza will clog up your microwave fan. The resulting burst of pressure will shoot microwave particles into the atmosphere, disabling UVB 76 for 6 weeks. Consequently, Eastern Europe will fall, and you'll be stuck with nothing to listen to but the crazy preacher. This is Stevens Robot, signing off. Well, thank you for that insight, my friend. At least UVB 76 will be around in 2016. That's good to know. Alright, I gotta watch out for those DiGiorno pizzas, though. They're bad news. Absolutely love your channel, and I can't even figure out why. Yeah, it happens to a lot of people. Don't worry about it. My channel's like a disease. It really is. Once you start watching it, you're stuck with it. That's the truth. Your honesty in your VORWs is really impressive. Especially enjoying these audio lectures. Keep doing them. In a world where everyone talks about the importance of being themselves, you actually are. Wishing you success in all you do. That was from Nancy. Well, thank you. Just watched your Five Guys review, and while eating Five Guys, I have to agree. One of my favorite burgers. I'm a little upset this particular Five Guys skimped me on the fries. Did not put hardly any extra fries in the bag like they usually do. I may have to drive 20 minutes to get a Five Guys that does that. Madness. Anyway, love the reviews, man, and keep them coming. Well, thank you. That's one of the things I like about Five Guys. Truly is. Is that, they got a, they always give you more fries than you ask for, and they're good fries, too. One of my favorite burger places. I actually was there somewhat recently, in the past, 2 months, back in May. Late May, early June of 2014. So that's recent for me. Hey, man. I was listening to your latest VORW and was happy to hear you enjoy coin collecting. I too enjoy collecting old and or rare coins and came across an 1862 half dime recently. What is your most prized coin? Anyways, I love the channel. Listen to every show. Keep up the great work. I was from Tyler. I'm glad to see another fellow numismatist. I already answered a few questions about coin collecting, and I hope you aren't offended in any way, because I don't try to offend anyone when doing this. But I answered the question with the previous writer, so I mostly collect at the time American currency. The oldest I have right now are once again, because I don't really focus in on it. If I dedicated all my time, believe me, I'd have a impressive collection dating through the ages, right? But my oldest right now are the Mercury dimes from I believe 1917, 18, and 19. 3 consecutive years there that I was able to find. Still though, I mean, a solid, that's almost 100 years ago. To think. Do you say pizza because you are a fan of Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule, or any other programs related to the Dr. Steve Brule character? Absolutely, Check It Out is a show that I used to watch. That's where pizza comes in. So yes, that is a reference, and I'm glad you got it. Check it out. Hey, I found you through CK. Just want to say I really enjoy the VORWs. The off-topic digressions are really relaxing. Thanks for putting out entertaining content, and I hope to see more in the future. Well, thank you, and it seems that we have one person from that board that actually doesn't hate me. So that's, I guess, relieving to see, unless, of course, the person's putting on an act. But I always assume that, you're being honest when you write to me, and if you're not, well, it's on me, What are you going to do? Continuing. Dear Report of the Week, I've been battling my addiction for a few days now. I just wanted to know if you had any advice on the subject. So far, things have been pretty rough, but I hope to one day quit drinking altogether. Have a great day, my friend. From Nick. You might... addiction is a very tough thing. You could be addicted to cigarettes, alcohol, or, harder drugs. But I myself am an addict, and I'm not going to lie. Well, what to? I never hear you talking about booze or cigarettes. Well, no, not to that. But some people, according to some people, it could be equally devastating, and that is caffeine. And I'm sure many of you, too, are addicted, whether you like it or not. I know I am. I'm addicted to caffeine. And I will tell you, of course, while it is not as severe, let's say, as being addicted to crack or methamphetamines, it's an addiction nonetheless, as I take a sip of Monster Energy drink right now. Let's just say I decide to quit it one day. It would be tough. Sure, I might not be going off the walls, but there would definitely be physical signs of withdrawal, mostly in the form of a very powerful and bad headache, which I have had from time to time when I miss my caffeine intake for the day. With that being said, it is no matter what it is, it's very difficult to quit an addiction. But you gotta remain hopeful. That's one of the main things. You have to have high morale. Because if you don't have morale, if you don't have any hope, you may not get anywhere. You have to always, or at least try to be in good spirits, and try to look on the bright side. You have to remain optimistic, and this could apply to any situation. If you wish to succeed, optimism and a good attitude are usually crucial. You have to be positive. You have to think positive. You have to be positive. Because that leads to high morale. And with high morale, success will follow. Gotta be persistent. You gotta be hopeful and optimistic and have high morale. And you'll pull through. Trust me. Dear Reviewer, I've only recently gotten into your reviews and I absolutely love them. I've watched nearly all your videos not only for the I can't speak! Not only for the informative reviews, but for the pure banter. Your soothing voice and no BS attitude make your videos a pleasure to watch. Keep up the good work. Sincerely, Craig. Thank you, sir. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I am, indeed. This gentleman was a businessman who contacted me. He was saying, from this energy drink company, blah, blah, blah. So, I might get something from them to review. So that'll keep the Energy Crisis series going a little longer. And we have 2 left. So this will give us about 10 minutes more time. Which every minute is meaningful on this show. Thank you so much for all the entertainment and education. I'm a new viewer and I enjoy your channel so much. You are a classy and sharp individual. Have you ever considered producing your own podcast? Have a great day. Well, I mean, I thought that's what I was doing right now, but, I don't know. Either way, thank you for your words, likewise. And, I mean, at least I think I'm producing my own thing. At least people call this a podcast, and, you know, I call it whatever I call it. You know, I call it VORW. It could be whatever. You could call it a YouTube video, you could call it a podcast, you could call it an internet radio show. Whatever you wish to call it. It is what it is, right? And we've almost broken 18,600 subscribers. We're at 598 now. I don't know if still this recent gain is still from that video that one person told me about, or if it's from something else. Something's going on with that DiGiorno cheese stuffed crust pizza. It got 5,000 views, not reviews. If there were 5,000 reviews for my video, I'd be kind of scared that so many people were following in my footsteps, right? Well, maybe as long as they were well dressed, that would be all right. But I don't know, 5,000 in one day. I mean, that shows. Most of the time they got like 2,000 views in one day, but this one got 5,000. So either people really like the cheese stuffed crust pizza. Maybe it was my beautiful MC Escher tie I was wearing in that one, or someone said something about it. But what are you gonna do? You put this stuff out there, and you gotta be ready for anything. It's not really what happens, it's how you handle it that's important. Hey, Nick. You never say your name, so I'll call you Nick. Something Elegant Elliot often did on the Howard Stern show. Anyway, I watched your recent review and heard you say you're hungry. Do you think being hungry or full would affect the score? Cheers. Well, my friend, of course. Because if you're hungry, you'll eat. And you will eat. Boys, you will eat. And then you'll eat again. Everything looks appealing, pretty much. Well, if it's bad, it's bad, and you still know that. But things might taste better if you're hungry. Whereas, if you're full, yeah, sure, it still tastes like that, but you're like, oh my god, can I eat this, So, of course, it will influence. That is why I try to do my reviews not inordinately hungry, but that I have enough room in my stomach to eat a pizza. Well, that sounds kind of outrageous. Well, you have to be really hungry to eat a pizza. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Everyone operates differently. So, like, my stomach isn't, like, grumbling like crazy, but, you could easily eat a meal. So it's not like, for instance, food is the only thing on your mind. You could still think clearly, but you could still eat a meal. So you're hungry, but not to the point of desperation. And that's how I try to do my reviews. Of course, sometimes variables vary, and there's nothing you can do about it. But mostly, I try to keep it consistent with that. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is 35 minutes. 36 minutes now. This is VORW, the voice of the Report of the Week. Let's upload a video. Alright? We're uploading it right now. VID 00199. That's the name of this file. And what is it for? It's the review that will be uploaded very soon. Wrong video there. I wanted to go to my channel, not to Oasis. Okay, what is it again? VID 00199. Let's click on it and verify it. I might try that out. Shoddy. Yep, that's the right one. Alright. The ID 00199. We're uploading that. That's going to be my newest video going up. That you'll see before this video comes up, but let's see. I guess the next one will be video 200. Alright. And what did we review in this one? Well, let's see. What is it? Let's read off the box here. Freshetta. Okay. FRESCHETTA. What is this? We'll just say rising crust. Not naturally rising crust. I mean, it's a long title. We'll say rising crust. SINGCRUST. Dash. Running. Review. Alright. Let's capitalize the R on running. 2 days. Review. For FRESCHETTA. Rising. Crust. Pizza. I think that says it good enough. Let's tag it. Food, TV genre, review, punk, reviews, DVD, game, update, punk, cooking, review part, blue, collection, praxis album, games, collection part, television, invention. Let's do game review, right? Nostalgia, critic, VHS, classic features, David Blue, basketball player, game collection, thoughts, DVD collection, quick DVDs, comparison, IGN, collector, collections, product review, Blink. Will there be 182? Nah, I think that's good enough, right? A bunch of useless tags that have nothing to do with the review. Alright, we got that up. And we got 20 minutes to talk. Slow and steady. We can progress now. Slow. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, you know sometimes with these shows, while not all the time, but sometimes, I like to talk about current events. And this is something I've been meaning to say the entire episode, but I got a little carried away, so I'll talk about it now. You know, I saw something online the other night, which, I mean, it didn't disturb me, but it, you know, made me sigh in disappointment. You know what? And when I say this, I'm sure it will invoke outrage in some of you. But I stand true to myself, and I will say it nonetheless, and if this costs me subscribers, well, then it shall cost me subscribers. But it disappointed me. Well, what are you talking about? What's so controversial, lecturer? It's something I read about last night, called the Fire Challenge. You may not have heard this. It's a very recent thing, just coming out in the past, you know, week or so. It's something called the Fire Challenge. And I'm sure some of you have done it. Been stupid enough to do it. But, oh well, right, it's so cool, right, it's so fun to do. What is the Fire Challenge exactly? It's, well, it's the worst trend of 2014, in my opinion. It's where the performer decides, alright, well, I'm going to, most of the time, the person takes his shirt off. Most of the time it's a male doing it. If it's a female, usually it's appeared in undergarments or some sort of swimwear. Whereas the guy's just usually in his boxers or whatever. The performer decides, alright, well, let's dump either butane or lighter fluid or some sort of flammable liquid all over, usually my chest. Sometimes it's arms, sometimes it's hands. I'm going to get a match, I'm going to light it, and I'm going to jump into the shower and try to extinguish it as fast as possible. I am absolutely repulsed and disgusted by this trend. Not only by the idea thereof, but by the stupidity of people who do this. And as terrible as it sounds, these people, and you know what, if one of you people do that, I'm directly addressing you. These people are so incredibly stupid and idiotic to even think and to even do this. That if they get a third-degree burn, well, good for them, because they deserve it. You know? The only way these idiots are ever going to learn from this fire challenge, the only way these imbeciles are ever going to learn is if they burn the skin right off their chest. That's the only way they ever will. And it outrages me that they're even stupid enough to do that. You know? We can thank social media and the internet for that. And I'm not saying that the internet and social media is bad, it's just this is where crap like this comes from. And what disappoints me even more is that the people doing this, you know, they're young people. They're, you know, people in their 20s and, you know, even my generation and younger. They're teens and people in their 20s doing this. And, you know, especially, I'm talking directly to the people in their 20s who are doing this. Come on, you ought to know better now. You know, you're either in college or even out of that. You got a job. Get a life. You know? There's better things you could do than set yourself on fire for fun. You know? Self-immolation. I never thought that would be something that's fun, right, among teens. But apparently it is now. So the fire challenge. You know, stupid idiots. I don't know. Right? Why listen to me, right? What good do I know? So go ahead. Go ahead. Go out and set yourself on fire. Prove me wrong. How about after you do the fire challenge, how about we do the hot water challenge, where you take a pot of boiling water and dump it all over yourself, and whoever gets the most burns wins. You know, seriously, you people disgust me. Sometimes I try to remain optimistic about the future of humanity. And sometimes I try to say, well, maybe, you know, maybe people actually, you know, maybe people are a little better than I thought. But this stuff just proves me wrong time and time again. Last year we had the knockout game where it was apparently fun and cool to go and sucker punch people. Now it's fun to burn yourself. What next? How about we pour hydrogen peroxide in our eyeballs and, you know, see what happens then? Who knows? What I'm saying is that it disgusts me to see people even attempting this. And of course it'll pass, and you know someone's gonna die from it eventually, and then people will realize, oh well, you know, maybe it wasn't so fun after all. I mean, can you imagine though when these people become elderly? You know what stories they'll have to tell if they're grandkids? Oh well, when I was a young lad, I set myself on fire one day because I thought it was cool. You know, I don't know. Absolutely, these people are disgraces. And I know it might have been sounded like I was taking it out on you guys, but you know, I don't know, with my cynicism, is that a word? How cynical I am. I'm almost positive that at least one of you people has done it before. You know. I don't know. Those are my 2 cents. I know people are going to disagree with me and say, no, it's cool, man. You know, but whatever. That's my thoughts. I mean, is there something wrong with me for thinking that this fire challenge BS is not right? You know, should I go into a mental hospital? Should I check myself in right now? Should I see a doctor? I mean, come on. Tell me, is there something wrong with me for thinking this? I don't know. I just can't see how you could even justify that it's okay to dump butane all over your chest and then set yourself on fire and then try to extinguish it as fast as possible when things could easily go wrong, and to consider that to be fun and cool and hip, right, to do. There's something wrong with me for not agreeing with the masses and thinking that that's a fun thing to do. I don't know, people. Yeah, I'm just disappointed. That's all. And you know, there's nothing I could do about it. Just gotta let it correct itself. Publish the review. The review is now up. I mean, it's saddening to see. You know, the year's only 2014. social media, the way it's been, has only been around for like 6 years with smartphones and everything. Those really came out and started becoming popular in like '09. Could you imagine what might be going on in 10 years from now, in 2024? I mean, what ideas will they come up with then? You know? I don't know. I'm just disappointed. That's it. Nothing more to it. Should have expected it. Oh well. So where do we leave off with the story of my channel? Where did we leave off? I don't know. I don't know. I think we started off at the dawn of maybe. I think we finished at the end of January of 2014. I think that's that. So we'll start in February of 2014 and continue on from there. Okay? Alright. This is the Report of the Week. This is VORW, the voice of the Report of the Week. Feel free to send me a message telling me your thoughts on this fire challenge thing. You know? I don't know. Go ahead, swear at me, rebuke me for disagreeing with it, but I don't know. Anyway. This is the Report of the Week. This is the voice of the Report of the Week. We will continue now to discuss the history of my channel. And with all honesty, understand that when I went out saying with the fire challenge, because of course people will try to say this against me. When I said go out and do it, of course that was sarcastic. Don't do it. Please. Don't do it. Don't be that stupid. You know? Is it really worth risking your life? Or at least permanently disfiguring yourself for, 5 seconds of online fame? Please don't do it. That's all I ask. Continuing on. On February 1st, 2014, with my channel, since 2012, we produced a new video. It was The Failing with Darts, the 2014 sequel. In that video, I used it to clear up a few things. Number one, I decided to do that because, February is an important month for my channel. It, once again, marks the anniversary of its creation. Took a sip of water. It marks the anniversary of its creation. So it's an important month. So to start it off, I decided, alright, well, we're going to do the Failing with Darts video again. So we did it in 2014. I called it the 2014 sequel. But I also used it as a valuable opportunity to cover something up. 8 minutes in, I spoke about, at the time, there was some controversy surrounding the ending of the previous one, which I quite aggressively turned the camera off. But if you listen to this entire lecture about my channel, I'm sure I brought that up. So, I used that as an opportunity to talk about that. But I also had fun while in the process. I got to play darts and still show my miserable skills, years later. They have not improved in the least. Following that, we did a Pizza Hut review. Now, at the time, it was February 5th. I actually filmed the Pizza Hut review on, I believe, on January 5th. We had a 12-video backlog at the time. The videos that were being published on my channel were a month old. So that's just something cool to think about, if you will. A month old. And so, that's something to think about. Now I got about a 5-video backlog, so they're about a week old at this rate. But if I decide to start posting videos, about, every week, then there would be about a month backlog. But I don't do that, of course. The 3 cheese stuffed crust review, whatever it was, maybe it was my nice pocket handkerchief, tie, and cufflink set that gave it so many views. Maybe it was because it was an actual new pizza, who knows. But it attracted some attention there. Following that, we did an energy drink review 93, Liquid Lightning, where we broke out the wing collar. We did, after that, Planet Wings Mild Wings, where I broke out the sport coat, nothing special there. And then we did the 3-year anniversary review for Rockstar Pure Zero. Now, once again, as I said, the videos were a month old. Well, does that mean that, these videos, especially the 3-year anniversary one, does that mean that it was actually filmed in, mid-January of 2014? It was not. That was actually filmed the same day, on February 20th of 2014. The same day. And at that time, something was going on with my life. I was depressed again. And what really got me this time was, once again, I was thinking a lot about life and what my future might be. But I was also thinking of, sometimes as I like to call it, this albatross of a channel. And it's not really an albatross as of now. But when it becomes a problem, it just doesn't go away. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking, look at your current audience. All you are is just a punching bag and someone that people laugh at. I was saying to myself, look at you. You're either a punching bag or, look at yourself. You're like an accident on the side of the highway. Or, a circus clown. I guess it's either people laughing at you, mocking you, or some people just can't believe what they're seeing and can't stop looking. And that's the only reasons people are looking at your channel. So through February and even through March, I had that idea. And I figured, F this channel, I can't do it anymore. So I made the 3-year anniversary review, and I stopped making new videos. And I just decided, I'm just going to post videos every now and then of this backlog that I have, which was still about a month's worth of videos. And I figured, I'm just going to post this backlog, and when that runs out, I'm either shutting the channel down or I'll start up again and start making new videos. And, I started actually making new videos, let's see. I stopped making videos on February 20th, and I started up again on April 16th. So almost 2 months in that expanse. The videos and then my VORW show carried me through. So, from February 20th on, I pretty much sulked around. I didn't care anymore about the channel. So, I still uploaded reviews. I uploaded the Pizza Hut hand-tossed review. And feel free to watch the Energy Crisis 3-year anniversary review. Reviewed Rockstar Pure Zero. And as per tradition, I always wear now, with every review, and I will continue doing that into the future. When 2015 rolls around, I'll be wearing a black suit, white shirt, red tie, and red pocket square. The red tie that I actually wear on these anniversary reviews, as I did on, in 2012. Obviously, during the 2013 anniversary, I wasn't present online at the time. So, with the red tie that I wear, it's actually symbolic. It's actually the same exact tie, same exact necktie that I wore in my first review ever. The original Energy Crisis review, which was filmed and uploaded on February 20th, 2011. So it's almost a symbolic little thing that I do with, and I'll be doing that every year as long as I'm around here. You'll keep seeing these anniversary reviews. But upon filming and after filming, I was in a rut, I just didn't care anymore. So we kept uploading, though. March 11th, we reviewed the AMP rotisserie chicken. I actually specifically remember doing that review in late January. So you could see how big the backlog really was there. We also reviewed the Pizza Hut hand-tossed pizza. There was some controversy on that review, believe it or not, because of the collar I wore. I wore like one of those old-fashioned wing collars that you see in the early 1900s, where it's pretty much standing up straight and then folded over in the front. People couldn't, I guess, figure out what that was, and they said, "It looks awful, blah blah blah." I said, forget it. I thought this is the end of my run online. Just keep going, you know. March 4th rolled around. Did a Pop-Tarts review. Pop-Tarts Cookies and Cream. Had the fedora hat on with that one, which, because of the archetype, or stereotype, it's not really an archetype, it's just a stereotype online about, you know, neckbeards, right? People had to take the still picture of me wearing the fedora and post it on various forums and what have you. But, you know, there's no preventing it. I can't do anything about it. What's done is done. So I just got to ignore it and continue on. I reviewed the Pop-Tarts Cookies and Cream. A bit dry, if you ask me. They were. I think they were, at least. Let's see how the new video's doing. Uploaded 11 minutes ago. Any major glitches? Can you hear everything well? Oh, it's naturally right. Yeah, it looks fine. Alright, new video's coming through. Hope you enjoy it. Anyway. Of course, we did the A&P rotisserie chicken review, which, you know, I had fun doing. I actually had a lot of fun making that video. Once again, back in January. I had a lot of fun doing it, though. I remember dissecting the chicken as if I were, you know, doing an autopsy, really. Cutting off the leg, slicing open, you know, the center, eating the wing. I had a lot of fun doing that. And that was a review I really did enjoy. March 18th rolled around. We did Monster Ultra Red. That was actually filmed. That review was originally going to be my 3-year anniversary review. But I figured, no, we're going to film it on the same day and get that taken care of. You know, a little trivia about the 3-year anniversary review was that I had no planning whatsoever going into it. And I didn't know what to do at all. It's truth. The day of, you know, the 3-year anniversary review, I was actually at the store. The day was coming to a close. I was at the store, and I thought, you know, I got to do something for this. And lo and behold, I saw that there was a new Rockstar drink out, and I thought, this will be perfect. We're going to do a review right now. And we did. So we did it on the spot the same day, and I thought it was a fine blowout there. But Energy Crisis, we did review number 95, and I don't know, I felt indecent on that one because I was just wearing a shirt and tie, but, you know, oh well. And finally, after that, we did a Sbarro frozen pizza review. The Sbarro frozen pizza wasn't the best. I remember, once again, that one was also filmed in early February because there was a snowstorm that day. That I do remember. I don't think there were any blizzards, you know, in late March. And that same day, we began this very same VORW show. With what? A Walking Dead episode summary. Now, next episode, we're going to talk about the VORW shows, the early VORW shows, some predicaments I faced, and then on to my present situation with this channel. We still got a little ways to go. I'm saying got maybe, you know, could be, you know, maybe 2 or 3 shows left about the history of my channel. And, you know, then we'll find something else to talk about. Do not worry. So, you know, I think that's that, really. Kind of got myself down thinking about that stupid fire challenge, but, you know, that's humanity. Always doing stupid things, whether you like it or not. Just got to ignore it and look past it. But I had to mention it. I had to bring it up. Alright, people. Well, this is VORW. The voice of the reported week. We have no fan art today. I don't think we do. So I'm just going to put up a scenic picture, right? Got nothing else to put up. So I'll put up a scenic picture. Something from my backgrounds folder. Anyways. This is VORW, the voice of the reported week. Thank you for listening. And, you know, I guess I'll see you later. Remember, let your voice be heard. Comments, questions, opinions, or if you just want to talk, feel free to send me a message on YouTube, and it will be read and responded to. at the beginning of each and every VORW show. Likewise, if you wish for me to personally reply to your message, please specify it in your message that you would like it to be personally responded to, and I will try to my very best to respond to your message. Thank you for listening to this, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you later. Take care.